Yes, that is held up with duct tape.
And a belt.
And a belt.
And an upside down tripod. And our constant challenge, storage.
Hey guys, it's Tim and Kathy with Taste Life with Us.
And this is the Daily Taste, where we show our daily nomad life.
Yeah.
And we live our nomad life on land and on sea. Right now we're on sea for a while. And in fact, you can see more of this ship that we're going to vlog on today.
On Cruise to Retirement. In fact, you may have found us here through Cruise to Retirement. And hey, thanks for joining us. We're on the Emerald Princess right now. And we're starting our adventure. Well, we're already 3 days in now, aren't we?
We're having so much fun, you guys. Oh my gosh, our first intro didn't work. So now we can have the full enthusiasm of being on this ship for 3 days. It's a great ship.
Oh man, it has been so exciting to be on this ship. It's a lot like the Grand Princess, if you've ever been on that ship. Mm-hmm. And we love the Grand, so therefore it's a great ship.
I really think it might be like day 5 because we have already been to Aruba.
Bonaire today.
And today in Bonaire, where we went to a little like deserted island off the coast of Bonaire.
That was nice. Great snorkeling.
Bonaire.
Be careful.
We're going to talk about that a little bit more in the middle of the video, both of those. And guess what else is happening today?
What else is happening today?
Our daughter's having her second baby.
Yes.
Yeah, we just went to check in on them and found out she's already in labor. So
granddaughter number 2.
It's an exciting day for us right now.
Yes, it is.
But we want to tell you a couple things we've been doing, and we're going to talk about that in the middle. But for now, we just want to tell you what kind of cruise we're on. So
yes, we did.
It is 12 days. It goes halfway through the Panama Canal.
Absolutely.
Yeah, so you can go all the way through.
Or you can do a U-turn.
From the Pacific to the Caribbean. You can do a U-turn in the lake like we are. So why did we only go halfway?
It's cheaper.
That's not it. No, it's because we are interested in seeing Costa Rica. And from the Florida side, you get to see the Caribbean side of Costa Rica.
Absolutely.
Go to Limon. If you go down the west coast, you see the other side of Costa Rica because it stretches across, of course.
And the other reason why we did this is because if you go all the way through, then you're on the west coast, and we got more stuff to do on the east coast, so we didn't want to do that.
Yeah, after this is over, we are on land for 2 days, and then we board Royal Caribbean, exploring the seas. So if you've been watching, you know we just got off the Enchanted Princess for 20 days before this. So be sure you watch these vlogs as we're going along and see what the heck you do on a cruise. I mean, if you're from the Cruise to Retirement channel, you probably know, but what do we do on a cruise as nomads isn't necessarily exactly what like our old tourist selves would have done.
Absolutely,
right?
Because as much as a cruise is a vacation, it's also another day in our life.
Yeah.
Wow, what a rough
Even
life.
Today, Tim said, when I got back to the apartment, instead of cabin, but that's what it feels like. That's where we're living. And so we've got a lot to show you. It's just snapshots of the whole thing, but this cruise is going some cool places, and we already have some really cool footage. So stay tuned for the vlog.
All right,
and subscribe to both channels because they're kind of interactive.
Right now, we're intertwining. So hey, let's get going.
Hey guys, you know, today has just been a bum day for me. I got up early, a little head congestion, whatever. Got up and just started walking around the ship, and it was such a beautiful morning. Gosh.
I can't believe I missed it.
Sunrise,
with the pictures.
The sunrise was incredible throughout this ship. And just getting to find all the little nooks and crannies of places where you can just be quiet. I loved it. It was great.
And then we had breakfast out on the back with the wake view. Gorgeous tiered back of the ship over a little pool, wake view. And now we're going to learn about Aruba and Bonaire. We got our coffees.
Salud.
Vines is our favorite place on the ship. And during the day, at least, we haven't tried every time, it's not even crowded. It's a great place to sit here, play some cards, and look how close you are to the ocean. It's gorgeous. This is why we cruise. I don't know what went wrong. We always put our ID into magnetic pocket. It never gets wet at all. Nothing ever gets wet. So on the ID today, passport soaked. Thanks, Teresa. We already ate the other two. Oh yeah, completely deserted bar, except for us playing cards, looking at Aruba.
All right, so let's talk a little bit about what's going on.
We told you we would. We've had so much fun.
Two of the main ports we've been to so far, Aruba and Bonaire.
Yeah, Aruba, Bonaire, and Curacao are the three ABC islands, they call them. They're part of the Dutch Antilles. And actually, they are barely off the coast of Venezuela.
Yeah, we're probably a stone throw at, and well, my arm's not that good anymore.
Aruba is only 18 miles from the southern peninsula of Venezuela. But they're Dutch. They're not Venezuelan.
Yeah, the other thing to know about these three islands is they're really kind of right in the middle of the trade winds. So they're not
Super
mountainous.
windy.
And yeah, there's a lot of wind always blowing, which is nice because it keeps it cool, but really bad if you wear contacts or anything like that because
Dries them out. But
Yeah.
also the sand, you got to be careful where you are or the sand really blows in your face
Yeah.
if you're laying out on the beach.
Speaking of sand, today we saw white powder, sugar,
Oh my
snow,
gosh.
sand.
We took a public bus, which saves quite a bit of money. We didn't have to use an excursion. So what was it like?
It was $5 for two people one way.
Yeah, $5 and a little bit of coin.
$5.20.
Yeah, super easy. There's like one public bus and it just goes up the beaches and then it comes back.
L10A and L10B.
Clean and nice and reliable.
Yeah.
Yeah, all those things. So great way to get there. We went up to, what was the beach called?
Arashi.
Arashi Beach, which is pretty far to the other tip of
It's
the
at the tip.
island.
It's right next to the lighthouse.
Yeah, but that supposedly is the best snorkeling. That's where they actually take the snorkel excursions.
Mhm.
And they were all out there on their catamarans and boats, and we just snorkeled out from the coast.
Just walked
And-
off the beach.
Saved a fortune.
Yeah.
Right?
And the snorkeling was good.
It was really
I
pretty
got to see a
good
lobster.
snorkel. Yeah, that's the first time we've seen a lobster. We saw just that huge blue and yellow, what do you call it? Something kind of angelfish.
Yes, it is an angelfish. It's a French angelfish.
And we saw this fish we thought was a puffer fish because it was kind of half puffed, almost like a triangle, and it was just following us around. But you said you found out it wasn't a puffer fish.
Correct. It was a smooth trump fish.
Something like that.
Something like that, I think.
You know, we're not sticklers about the details, guys. We're just living our life, having fun, enjoying it. So there were fish we'd never seen before. That's the important part.
And we enjoyed
And
it.
a lobster.
Yep.
And we had a great time. So then we took the bus back. And then today we came to Bonaire. So Bonaire, it's my understanding, doesn't really have like white sandy beaches. I don't really know what kind of beaches.
They
More
have
rock.
some more regular rocky type beaches.
Yeah.
But there's an island right off of the island of Bonaire called Klein Island.
Klein Bonaire. And it's like kind of it's not really an inhabited island.
It's a sand spit.
It doesn't even have
shrubs.
bathrooms. It doesn't have a bar or restaurant. Doesn't
No.
rent chairs. Nothing like that. So we took an excursion that was like $65 for the water taxi over. I think we could have walked way through town like a mile and gotten a public water taxi for maybe half that or
Going
so.
to the same
but
place.
yeah, we didn't know, and we just did it. Probably would have done it anyways.
She doesn't like to walk that far.
I do like to save money. Okay, so anyways, we took the water taxi over there, half-hour, beautiful ride. Beautiful, the watercolor. But here's the thing, when you're looking online at places and you see the watercolor, you know, really any place with beautiful watercolor, you have to realize that you need the sun to be bright or you're
Absolutely.
not going to see that view that's in the magazine. So we had times where it was very bright and times where the clouds came over. And it was very different. So either way, it was beautiful.
Either way, it was beautiful, yeah.
And it's an interesting snorkeling thing.
Yeah, no, it's a drift snorkel, which was nice. It has a reef that's really close in. So you have to kind of get to the outside of the reef, which then you have this drop-off shelf and you have all the fish around the reef.
Yeah.
And it's beautiful, but kind of odd. We ran into a bunch of jellyfish.
Like gazillions of jellyfish.
The good news is they were just itty bitty little ones.
Most of them. The biggest ones were like an egg size.
Yeah.
But they were those clear ones, which normally are hard to see, but not in mass. In mass! You see them very easily. It's like swimming through bubbles. Like if there was just huge bubbles everywhere and you're just like trying to clear your way so you can even see, that's what it was like, and it was terrifying.
No, it wasn't.
It was. I was afraid. Oh my gosh, when we see like one jellyfish, I'm like, ah, back up, jellyfish, watch out. This was so many jellyfish. They were touching
There
you
was no backing
everywhere.
up. You just felt them
Your whole
bumping off
body.
your body.
And so the problem is, like, because of the drift nature and where the reef is, you swim out at this one pole and then you cannot get back in until you're all the way down the reef and it lets you out like on the beach. That's where the current carries you. You can't come across. It's like fire coral. It's like a wall. So anyways, here I am afraid of jellyfish, and there's so many jellyfish. I would try to like push the water to clear them away so they don't hit my face, and then here's just like fills back up with just as many jellyfish. So I was paddling almost as fast as I could with my fins, trying to just get this snorkel over with. There was some pretty fish. I didn't really see anything we hadn't really seen, but it was pretty because it was like a wall of, you know, so you're in the deep. You have to swim out to the deep to like look back at the wall, and there's some huge amounts of fish. Like, like
gorgeous.
schools of fish, and
Nothing new, but just beautiful.
Yeah.
I found it very relaxing to float through.
So I would have to just stop and float in the jellyfish, waiting for him because he's back there just taking his time, drifting like you're supposed to, filming. I hope the film came out. So anyways, the whole time I'm thinking, as soon as we get on land, I'm just going to be this giant, itchy, welted mess full of jellyfish stings everywhere.
Only got one sting, she thinks.
Yeah. I didn't even notice it for a while, and then I'm like, oh, I kind of itch like under my arm on my side, and I'm like, it could be a sting, or it could be like dermatitis or something. I don't know. But then when we got home and we, you know, showered and stuff, Tim's like, oh no, that's like this big red thing. But it doesn't hurt at all. So if this is you, watching, afraid of jellyfish like me. I love jellyfish, but afraid of getting stung. Yeah, just forget it. It's really not a big deal.
If they're little.
If they're little white ones, it's not a big deal.
Big ones, it's a big deal. Don't get stung.
Okay. So anyways, that was our adventure in Bonaire.
And so now, I think they get to look forward to Cartagena.
Yeah, we go to Colombia next, to Cartagena, and we are doing a food tour. And then after that,
The Panama Canal.
And we scored ourselves a seat in what's called the sanctuary, which is the kind of private, cushy layout area at the front of the boat.
With free mimosas.
At the front of the ship with free mimosas as you go through the...
Yes, darling.
Yes. So we're going to have our cushy little day up there. We're very excited.
Yeah.
Also, I did want to say something though about the Adele performance. So there was an Adele tribute by, what was her name? Amy Jo.
Amy Jo, yeah.
I'll pop it up there. She was really good. I mean, she's not Adele, of course. Nobody is. Adele's one of a kind, but this gal was really good. She sang all Adele songs. I love Adele, so it was really cool. Towards the end, she sang, when we were young. Anyway, she says, we were scared of getting old. It made us restless. We were scared of getting old. It made us reckless. Pretty close to that. Okay, so we went to dinner afterwards and we were talking about it because I think the reason that song resonates with me is because I think that is kind of like our nomad reason.
Yeah, I
Not
mean,
that we were scared of getting old, but I think a lot of nomads maybe, let us know if you're a nomad, that you kind of get to this retirement age and you start realizing, wow, like, you know, I'm hitting the last stride of my life before I'm not healthy enough to do whatever I want to do or whatever. And so all of a sudden you realize, oh, there's all these things I want to do, these dreams, these what have you. And you feel restless in your regular life now that you don't have all these purposes in your life anymore. Your kids are gone, you're retired.
True. And you feel like taking this adventure is almost reckless.
Yeah, I mean,
everyone tells you it is.
Everyone tells you. When you tell people that you're selling everything you own and you're going to travel, they're like, that seems a little risky. That's very brave. For us, it didn't feel that way so much because we were just excited. But the longer we travel, the more we go, oh, you know, that was risky and brave. And
it pays off.
It's okay.
Yeah.
It has paid off. But I think you do realize the gravity of it more and more as you travel, don't you think?
I think so. You know what? I think maybe we digress a bit. Why don't we go on to Colombia?
All right. Let's go to Colombia.
This cruise had so many great things, we decided to break it into 2 videos. So be sure to watch part 2.